first world country.
There there are a lot of people, every independence and heroes and thing you see come up, people who say, oh, we're better under the British.
Of course.
What what
You really think
what do
we'd
you
have
think
this many
about that?
loans? Jamaica would be so much loans if we
What,
had the
what we
British.
think about the
Yeah,
people
you
saying that we're
agree,
better
don't
under the British?
agree? Why you think people say that?
People say that because
Look
they
what's
were
happening.
ensuring that the place was in a condition that would be conducive to their continued pillage and plundering, which means shit worked. Right now, they cut us loose. It don't matter if
Because we
nothing
got to
works.
maintain this whole rebel business and
So of course, functionally, in terms of how systems were working, based on the design for those systems at the time who were functioning better under the British. In real life terms, in terms of a functional nation where we functioning, no, them left a bunch of illiterate people here who don't know anything about anything. So were we better under the British? Boy, that is an oxymoron. Because based on what the British needed us to do, yes, we were better under the British for them. But at no point in our history have we been good for ourselves and designed to meet our own needs. We have never sat down and said, who are we? What do we need? What do we want? Let's rearrange the status quo to suit that. No, we just inherit an archaic system that was built to our detriment, and we have perpetrated it in masterful fashion, and now we are dead in.
We are dead indeed.
Portia is mission in action.
Mission
and we
in
are
action.
Dead in.
One leaders.
And
That's in itself.
Stop it. Because I say I'm not going to tease her, and I say I'm not going to have it. No, because here with me I say
it's not even tease. I'm a little bit embarrassed.
Yes.
How the hell am I going to go and proud to show my Jamaican passport in airport when them have my national league, the prime minister of my country?
But even just the fact that Portia is supported by a government that, if you ask me, constantly set her up to embarrass herself.
All the time. Because it's
If you
patty
ask
shop
me,
we're running, it's patty shop we're running.
Granted, she should have taken the onus on her by now as somebody who is required to function in a way where
she's
the
not
ability to be
uneducated.
articulate and charismatic is an inherent function of you being able to do your job well. Right? Just the fact that even within herself, for herself, she don't reach the stage yet where she either go and brush up or move aside and allow somebody who is a little bit more
and
equipped.
she says she's not moving aside until
I'm sure she know what she's doing, you know. I'm sure she genuinely. I don't think Portia is a criminal, you know. I don't think she wicked, you know.
Portia is very educated.
She is neck deep in a mess that is bigger than the sum of its parts. So may I say, oh, this person is not even taking care of themselves, so I can't expect her to take care of this nation because she's clearly not even taking care of herself. She's not supported from what I can see from my very safe distance in my little cocoon. She don't have nobody in that parliament that mean her no good.
Nobody.
I was watching the address she made at the party conference when she come and she said, we are doing less with more. And after I got over the initial shock of the Freudian slip, I rewind the tape a couple of times and I was like, all right, let me watch the expressions of the people behind her. And who not up on them phone or a chat with the person behind them and not pay her no mind. Just that nobody was listening because nobody but one person who was on the platform behind her even flinch at that faux pas. Which said to me, say, oh, it's worse than I thought because nobody's paying attention and nobody gives a shit.
And in order for, the thing is, in order for us to achieve certain things, we have to have order. We don't have no order in the country.
Anyway, let us acknowledge that we're part of the problem while we're shizing on them
We
to
are
hear, because
all.
we're not doing nothing.
I say we.
Yeah, no, but me like to remind myself and the people in the immediate vicinity that, yeah, we are the problem. And if you're reaching a stage now where I realize we're the biggest problem, because we're the brightest people with the clearest picture of this mess and what needs to be done, but we in our little, in our backyards and our conference rooms and our halls of academia, knowing what we know and not pushing against the grain to get somebody to listen. It not go easy and it go drain the hell out of it. But the cost of not moving, that me realize now, the opposite cost of not being active and present and vocal is way greater than the cost of defending your sanity by virtue of just putting on your blinders and just forgetting about it.
Yeah, because that is a part of the problem too.
Yeah, it's a
that not help
serious thing.
when you ignore it. I can stop ignoring it all the while because I really and truly can't, but I can't bother.
Maybe not tell it right. Maybe we're too comfortable, because if we was naked and dead in for hungry, we wouldn't have so much latitude to be.
True. Well, God, they go find
quiet.
it, figure out how the hell to get it done.
Yeah.
One day that's how I have to go back to the country to build back up.
It's true.
You don't have to go pull everything from clean underneath it, which they're basically doing right now. We not really have much.
It's true, but it's like you said earlier, we all just kind of, everybody focus on their own survival.
I want to pay rent and fix the car.
It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing, like, you know, the revolution and we can buy diapers.
You will leave me at on the roadside at any point in time, and me can't afford for that. I hear the selfishness, because it's what. If me go around on my car, brother, nobody need go help me. So I have to make sure it don't break me. So, I have to make sure, because I can't trust nobody on the road. They probably come and try say them and help me, but through them pour them water thing to them, probably just rob me. Like all these different variables in the situation, like it makes things hard, it makes life hard.
Boy, Trace, I can't help but thinking about where the conversation started, which is just about more African notions of governance and participatory citizenship. And them people there, like, I mean, Africa is ravaged by the slave trade just as much as we are. So don't get it twisted, you know, it's not a better roses over there. But in some places, they've still managed to retain the community. Like, we live in the compound, the chief is the head, this is the advisory committee, these young people got to speak if them need to something to speak about. This is where the women gather, this is where the men gather, this is the point at dating time that they all come together, this is how we handle problems like this. And people near each other, they mean at the same place. Like, I don't know who live in that house 2 doors down.
Again,
if I walk around the road and knock on the door around the way, them going to look at me sketchy. If, like, who is this strange person at my yard? And then, okay, tell them you live around the road at number 44, they just want to say hi. They're going to wonder what's wrong with you.
Mega move.
We're
The way the world running, they must come.
We're plagued by this, like, pursuit of individual success, you know, and just wanting your own space and your own things and your own house and your own car to do what you feel like do when you feel like do it. That is all good and fine, you know, but some awareness of your responsibility to the collective is necessary, and that is missing. And if we did just have the support of that community from the very local family level to the neighborhood level and beyond, there would be less trepidation about kind of moving forward, you know, in a collective fashion to get certain things done. Everybody have them blinders on and do them own a thing, and that is the beginning and end of the problem. Everybody have a role to play, politician and regular people and doctor, lawyer and Indian chief. So it's that level of personal responsibility have to go come back. Where it's going to take, only God knows.
Do you think we have responsibility for nation? Like, what do you think it means to Jamaicans to be Jamaican?
It's a good question. I think most people would have say free, in the sense that when nobody a drop bumper we head and a driveway out of our yard. Happy. No, I think for the most part we value quality of life and ability to enjoy our natural environment. And really, family, like as much as we live like puss and dog where we're ready, like we value we tribe. And I find most Jamaicans to be very considerate, caring and very loyal people. So from where we people, we place and we can relax, feel good. And I don't think for much people that require much. You know, we live in a place that is so abundantly beautiful. It's warm all the time, which, you know, it contributes to a very good mood, a lively mood. So I think that and we're very proud of what we've contributed to Earth. You know, we're music, we run at them, we're writers. We're proud people in the sense of what our citizens contribute to the earth, and we take pride in it. No crime, no commit when both are on race. Like everybody lucky, focus intention on one thing, and you know, at that kind of temperature that we need to find and find a way to maintain.
Kind of collective.
Yeah, everybody on
Something
the
to
same
focus
page.
on. Yeah.
We're on the same page, and right now, no politician, because there is no trust in that space. And what am I going to do for regain it, I don't even know if that will happen in my lifetime. But a mutually respected, trustworthy figure. We welcome you.
Yeah.
Present themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have one other thing. We're talking about Marlon James earlier, who is not just the first Jamaican writer to win the Man Booker Prize, but the first gay Jamaican writer to win the Man Booker Prize.
Yeah.
And in all the discussions of that, I don't think I've heard very many people talk about him as a gay Jamaican. What do you think that means in terms of his identity and Jamaican identity and so on? Like, are we there? Are we not there? Are we?
We have a long way to go where our understanding of our boundaries are concerned. It's the same misunderstanding of those boundaries that leads to the apathy that is paralyzing us right now, right? Them say Jamaica is a homophobic place. I guess I wouldn't use that word, because I think it inherently suggests a level of hostility. When I just think we just, enough of them just in a them church and them religion, don't subscribe to this lifestyle or don't give them a framework within which to process or understand a homosexual lifestyle. Okay, fine. Just like my framework don't put me in a position to understand the urges of a rapist or a pedophile. It's the same principle, but we just are gonna know, say, yo, some of them people there, we need to watch out for them. Like, there's some people who will in them church thing and them Jesus thing, and me and them now gonna drink tea, but I'm going to respect them and I'm going to love them because it's people, and I really do have no basis to prove who is right and who is wrong. So let me just humble myself and just know what my boundaries are. Maybe they'll never come to my house, but that does not put me above saying a pleasant good evening when we pass in a mutual space. Same thing we need to understand, people going around the fact that this, and it's only some people bigging him up, you know, because you see the one them that really bigoted, them will quietly be like, oh, respect, they rate them Man Booker Prize and be like, damn, that's it, still consider it impressive, but them won't talk about him or them won't utter him name, because them don't have no constructive framework within to process, much less articulate, you know. The fact that, okay, you're entitled to your opinion about the man lifestyle, but at the end of the day, him not looking you, so it's not your problem. Him, like, you and him not, so it's not your problem. You can respect the man as a man who happened to have been born on the same plot of land that you were born on, who it has done something that the globe is recognizing, and obviously it will increase the profile of your nation and your quality of life by extension in some way, theoretically. Show the man some respect. Your opinion don't matter. But some of us, our head is just way too far up our own ass. And we don't understand that a man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. So love your Jesus. Love your his imperial. Love whoever you want. Love. Adhere to whatever code of conduct you want. Adhere to. Just understand that the man who choose a different way, him no wrong, him no more wrong or less right than you perpetrate to be. Humble yourself to that reality that you don't know nothing.
I don't know that we can move anywhere forward until we start to accept that.
Yeah.
Because
You don't know nothing.
we will always have these factions if we can respect each other individually and say, well, I may not agree with everything you say, but I can respect you, and I can respect you as a Jamaican and say that we all have the same goal. I don't know that we're going to make it anywhere.
Stop dealing with the truth only when it's convenient. Cause I don't see our set of people can have one of them commandments like what it say, like love your brother like you love yourself or something. Oh, you decide who is your brother and not your brother. How that go? Not the same brethren created from the flesh of Jesus' flesh. Like how come all of a sudden him just in a category when it in a different category when it do convenient to you. And the sooner we're willing to own our own hypocrisies and shortcomings, the better. Self-check. Necessary.
It's true.
Yeah, but enough of them
So
now go own
very
him, man.
true.
Because them can't confront the hypocrisy and the bigotry within themselves. So them prisoners don't bother paying no mind. The one them you seen. And why them don't say, why haven't they said that this is basically a man who run left Jamaica because he was not free to be himself? Because I'm not really for pushing up that is a gay writer any more than if I win an award. She's the first female, Ray. Like, me not really them particular like specialness thing where it's really just people and people. I don't really subscribe to them. Why is nobody acknowledging the fact that the man had to run left the place because he couldn't live his life and he was on the border of suicide just because he had no latitude to be himself? Why nobody not talking about that? Nobody not want to push the status quo, go get no pastor, no bad man upset with them. Nobody wants anybody to be mad with them. Not even Chronics. Now, you see, I've never been in a position now, and I don't mean to pick on Chronics. I've never been in a position where a whole heap of people who are apparently very important are unhappy because of something I said. But I know, say, I respect people, you know. So when my mind make up, it's hard for me give a damn what next man think, you know. Frowns upon me if you see me in the street, I don't care. The most I day by day is just gradually blessing me with just infinite depth of spirit and love for self that is gradually making me invincible to give in two shits. Like if my conscience tell me that this is the right way to walk, you know, so I don't care who vex. I don't care who vex, and I think there is plenty of people for whom that is very easy. But you see, that little survival thing, and if I do this, people always a pre-hour decision are going to affect them money. And if I honest with myself, when I study myself and pare my fears down to the least common multiple, enough time I hit that, you know. Certain thing I not going to do because I don't reach a stage in my career where I'm immune to it yet, and maybe this might put me in a position where certain people don't want to work with me or collaborate with me, or I can't, you know, have access to certain things. But then, you know what the most I answer me when I got to that line of reasoning on that fateful day, that if them going go around you in the first place, it's because I designed them to go around you and them supposed to go around you and you don't need them. So if you going to stand up for my truth and have to forego something that your limited mind and scope of understanding to be perceived to be of all this value, have faith and know that you're going to move forward with truth and light as your compass, and whatever come you're going to take it knowing that the Most High will balance the scales at the end of the day. The road is always longer than your limited perception can see, so we have to go be willing to be uncomfortable. And it's a lot to ask of some people.